Right now on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs, the burger reaches new heights.
I actually feel kind of bad for you because any other burger you're going to try, you're just going to compare and it's not going to add up.
We're going into the kitchen with the burger master at Bru Burger Bar in Lexington.
It just explodes.
And he's revealing a lot of secrets that you can use at home.
That's another secret.
Plus, a grown-up version of mac and cheese that makes the other ones look like child's play.
That's how mac and cheese should be done. That is so good.
All that and how to make white chocolate peach bread pudding.
This is something we can do now that we know the secrets.
It's simple.
It's all ahead as we go backstage at Bru Burger Bar in Lexington right now on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs.
You just got to dive right in there.
Tim Laird with you for more Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs, this time in Lexington at Bru Burger Bar.
As the name suggests, the specialty here is clearly the hamburger.
Probably the best I've had in town.
Bru Burger definitely has the best burgers in town.
It's delicious burgers.
A ton tasty.
That's exactly right.
And no matter how you like them, they've got them in just about any shape, size, or flavor you could dream of.
They'll just make anything you want.
We do chicken, turkey, lamb, beef, mahi, vegan burgers, veggie burgers. We do everything here.
Chef Brian Willson is in charge of the kitchen at Brew. He's cooked all over the country, and now he's happy to put down roots in the Bluegrass.
You know, I feel like I really fit in at home here.
While Brian cooks some of the best burgers in the Bluegrass, his talents don't end there.
We have meat and cheese boards, chicken wings. I mean, we're a scratch restaurant. We do amazing burgers. If you don't want a burger, grab a salad. My salads are just as good.
And then there's this.
The jalapeno mac and cheese. It's appetizer, side, entree. I mean, it's a lot of food. Everything we give is huge portions.
This doesn't look like the mac and cheese out of that blue box. It's far from that.
So if you're into hot stuff,
This is
jump
the way
on
to
it.
go.
Beautiful.
All right.
He makes his mac and cheese in a saute pan, starting with a little water. And as you'll see, there's a lot more than just mac and cheese that goes into this.
Well, we've got some shrimp here.
Some shrimp go in.
Go ahead and cook these down. Toss in a little bit of andouille Cajun sausage.
That gives that little heat portion of it to kind of kick it up.
Next comes the Housemade Brew cheese sauce.
We cook down milk.
Okay.
We throw in different types of cheeses to solidify and thicken. Make a roux, steep the water with a bay leaf or two, throw in some chipotle, a little bit of jalapenos.
Oh.
You just mix everything in there together, and we add a little bit of the seasoning, and it comes out, and you can see it's almost a gelatinous. And you can see how thick it is.
It is.
You really want to kind of hit it with a spoon or a spatula or some tongs. You can always add water or reduce longer. It goes either way, so you just get the consistency that you're looking for. You can go ahead and drop some cavatappi in there and let it coat the noodles.
And I like that because instead of just the plain elbow noodles, it has those grooves in there. It's going to suck up all that great cheese sauce that's in there.
Yeah, and you can see it kind of coating already. I think we're good. What do you think?
I think it's looking great.
Let's go ahead and get a little bit of this mac and cheese in the bowl here. Some nice fresh chives, gives it a nice color there.
That looks so good. Oh, Chef, I hope you don't mind. I brought a spoon just looking at this. It looks so fantastic. Here, I'm going in. That's how mac and cheese should be done. That is so good. That is so delicious, Chef. And a little heat. I'm getting a little of that heat kicking in, but it's just right.
You'll never go back to Kraft.
Top of the line. I haven't had better. This is incredible, Chef. Oh, it's good.
And as good as that mac and cheese is, wait until you taste the burgers. There's a lot more to those than just the beef.
There's a secret revealed.
We'll share those secrets next. And later, the sweetest of endings, white chocolate peach bread pudding.
This is something we can do now that we know the secrets.
Hey, it's simple.
All that and more coming up as we go behind the scenes at Brew in Lexington on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. We're back at Brew in Lexington, where they have great burgers and great brew. The beer taps always favor the local flavors, and they're always changing. Order one or catch a whole flight to keep up with the latest crafts. Get a table for two or bring a whole group.
I come here alone or meet buddies, but it's my first place to bring the family. They can accommodate, my whole family.
The burgers range in size too, from gigantic to kid size.
The sliders.
If they don't get it right, they make it right on everything.
There's no end to what can go on a burger at Brew. Chef Brian Willson is always coming up with new twists to put on the all-American classic.
I haven't had a bad burger yet.
Their habanero burger is just great.
I get the Bru Burger.
The beginning, that one is really good too.
The beginning is where it all started. Burgers, American cheese, you think the classic. Mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup. I mean, these are all traditional things. When you go to a cookout, you're grilling at your house, this is what we really want to put on our burgers. But then again, we have an end burger.
Oh, what's the end burger?
Fried egg, horseradish Havarti, caramelized onions, truffle aioli, lettuce, tomatoes. It's the opposite of the beginning.
And so you have the beginning and ending, and certainly a lot in between.
Well, you can find something on the menu that you're gonna like.
Exactly. I love the choices.
They're just really good.
The secret to what makes all of the burgers here so good starts with good ingredients. And there's no end to the variety of toppings.
We have red onion confit, tomato jam. There's just a number of different options that we can pop on.
The cheese is really excellent.
And the brioche buns, too. Those are nice.
The brioche buns are delicious.
So, where to start? Why not go with Brew's signature, the Bru Burger?
We're gonna do a Bru Burger. Throw a little bit of seasoning on there.
And the signature burger calls for a special cheese called Telaggio.
Telaggio is aged. It's an aged soft melt, so you can see it's got that putty
Nice
texture.
Firm, putty.
So we'll try and spread it out a little bit.
Another little secret here to reveal.
Another secret to the burger is the way the beef is cooked. Sizzling on a flat top with the addition of steam.
All right, let's go ahead and steam it up a little bit. Throw a little bit of water in there.
Another little secret here to reveal. It is a family show, but it does get a little steamy at times.
Let's go ahead and throw a little bit of bacon on here. Some of that Telaggio cheese. Can't go wrong with some caramelized onions. The more the merrier, in my opinion.
That's great, absolutely. And I love caramelized onions on burgers. There's just something about that nice taste.
It just opens up the flavor,
And adds a little sweetness too.
Now let's melt this cheese down a little bit. So we'll steam it up.
And that cheese, when it melts, it'll help glue everything together with the bacon and the caramelized onions.
Keep it all
right on
stuck
top of
in
that.
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's great.
While that finishes up undercover, Chef Brian is ready to show me another secret.
All right, here's another secret here at Bru Burger Bar, and that's the tomato jam you make by hand here.
The tomato jam is the base for Bru's Housemade ketchup, and it's the perfect topper to the Bru Burger.
Why go with ketchup when you can go with tomato jam? That sounds great.
I mean, you can really tell the difference. We'll chop up one onion, real simple.
So kind of a rough chop, really. You don't have to be fine.
Yeah, you want to have about a ½ inch. You got pretty consistent squares here. We'll go ahead and toss this in a pot.
Okay.
Get a little caramelization action on it, and add the rest of the ingredients. What we'll start with is just regular diced tomatoes and juice. Now you can get this at any grocery store. It's not hard to find. I've got a 6-pound can here, so you might take 2 or 3 cans to 1 onion. This is gonna be our apple cider vinegar. Just pour it right in there. But you don't want too much, you just want it to reduce enough to where you get the flavor. Well, let's go ahead and add a little bit of the sugar here. What I'm doing is about 1.5 cups.
This looks like a lot of jam we're making, so if I did this at home, can I keep it in the refrigerator for a while?
Good. The good thing is all the salt and the sugar is going to preserve it, so you're good for a little while on there.
So make a lot of this. This is a great secret to know. Okay.
Make a lot, throw it in with some spaghetti pasta. I mean, it gives you a sweetness and a thickness and texture. Put it on some sandwiches, black pepper, salt, and a little bit of crushed red pepper.
Oh, very colorful too. I like that. A lot of different flavors going on.
The crushed red pepper is just going to give you a little bit of that heat.
I would have never thought this is so easy.
The pot goes back on the stove to simmer for about 45 minutes until it turns into a nice thick sauce.
And you get this kind of thick consistency.
Yeah, you want to give it a nice little chunky consistency here. You let all the water soak into the tomatoes.
I've got to give this a try, Chef. That looks so good. Oh, wow. I'll tell you what, we've got a jam session here with Chef Brian Willson. This is great. This is awesome.
And it's even better when it goes on a burger. We're ready now to see how the signature comes together.
We start out with some mayonnaise.
And I like you have a light toasting on that too. I like a toasted bun on a burger.
If you don't toast it, the bun will explode.
There's a secret revealed.
And we've got some shredded lettuce here. I prefer the shredded, that way you get a little bit with each bite.
And now here it is. Oh my gosh.
The beautiful Bru Burger.
The Bru Burger, star of the show, right there.
So let's go ahead and
Top it off.
can't forget our pickle garnishment. And there we go.
Now
The famous
that
Bru
is
Burger.
a burger. That's what I call a burger. I mean, that's the way a burger should look. The only thing I'm wondering about is, okay, when this gets delivered, how do you attack this thing? Where do you start?
You just gotta dive right in there. I mean,
Okay. All right, both hands. I'm telling you, 2 hands on this one. All right. The Talaggio, nice aged cheese, but everything is working with it. The bacon, the crunch. I love that with the shredded lettuce, and of course the tomato jam. It's there. My God, that is one of the best I've ever had. That is downtown Triple Crown, without a doubt. Awesome. The burgers are great, but don't fill up too much because the desserts are awesome.
Coming up, it's bread pudding Brew style and the secrets to making it yourself.
Now that's the
That's
tip we're
the-
looking for. That's it.
that's the true secret.
It doesn't get any more decadent than this.
Stick around because when we come back, it's time for dessert, and I'll tell you what, it's a real peach. Welcome back to Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. I'm Tim Laird, and we're here at a hot spot for burgers and beer.
It's Bru Burger Bar off Harrodsburg Road in the Beaumont Center.
There's plenty of beer, bourbon, and of course, burgers.
An upscale burger bar.
They have dozens of burgers available here. Some are classic, and some are chef-driven too.
They are extremely good.
And there's something for everyone. There's a hot brown burger, even a selection of vegetarian burgers. But burgers are just the beginning at Brew. They have everything in between too, and plenty of sweet treats to round out any meal.
All right, Chef, one of the secrets here is save room for dessert. And I'll tell you what, the name says it all. Peach white chocolate bread pudding.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's gotta be.
It's so rich, and we give huge portions, but the way we cook it is the secret.
That's great, and you're gonna share that with us.
Absolutely. Well, we start with dicing up some hoagie buns, and the reason that we do a white bread hoagie bun, it soaks in all the moisture.
Oh, very good.
So you want a bread that's gonna really retain that moisture. We've got a little bit of vanilla extract, some black rum, a little bit of cinnamon, brown sugar, regular granulated sugar here, some white chocolate. Can't do it without the milk and the heavy cream.
That's right.
Lots of heavy cream.
I was gonna say there's a lot more heavy cream than milk, so
There is, yeah.
that's why you want to soak in that goodness.
Oh.
And of course, you'll also need fresh peaches, which the chef cooks down with the butter and brown sugar.
I've already did that here a minute ago.
So this is what it
So
looks
we
like when
have
it cooks
right
down.
Here. It breaks down the fruit too. And once you break the fruit down, it releases all the flavor.
All right, what goes in next?
Oh, we're gonna throw all the liquid ingredients. So the heavy cream, the milk, the rum, and the vanilla extract. And we're just gonna put it in there, mix it up, and just let it sit for a little bit.
Excellent. Soak up all the goodness. Heavy cream, of course.
Heavy cream. And you can put it in any way you want. As long as you mix it by hand, it's all gonna soak in just fine. I like to get some good surface area with the cream.
Beautiful.
The milk, the same way. Vanilla extract.
And of course, we're gonna have a little rum in there. This is perfect.
And when in doubt, just add a little more.
Yes, that's it. You don't have to worry about the rum as far as the
Yeah.
amount goes. You want a little more? You can't have that.
Absolutely. And just save a little bit for yourself, too.
That's what good. There's a secret. Now that's the tip we're looking for. That's it.
That's the true secret. And you can see the bread kind of starting to crumble up.
Oh, that's great.
That's the good stuff right there. If you see here, you have a little bit of the breakdown, but you also have the chunks. The consistency after it's cooked, you get these large caramelized chunks on the top, and that's really what we want to get. You have the in-between molding, but those chunks it's gonna really bring out some texture there.
You know what? We could really call this handcrafted then. Put that on the menu.
What I like to do is kind of get a nice little topping of the white chocolate.
And then bring on those caramelized peaches.
Don't those look great? Wow.
Do a quick little bring together. Not a whole lot. It's a little bit of cinnamon here. What this is going to do is give you a little bit of flavor, but it's also going to give you a lot of bit of color.
Lastly, a little granulated sugar.
Regular granulated sugar.
And again, that's going to give it a little color too, right?
This is going to give it a good amount of color, but it's also going to give you that flavor we're looking for. And that is going to be gorgeous right here.
But wait, the chef still has more white chocolate to add on top.
Let's get some white chocolate in
More
there.
white chocolate. Excellent.
You put a little bit more on top, and it just brings out the color. So we'll go ahead and put it in the oven at 345 minutes. Now, we're not going to cover it because we want that heat to just bring out that nice golden brown color.
Wait.
Just pop it right in there.
All right, Chef, that was a long 45 minutes because I can't wait to see this, so it's time.
Let's try it out.
All right.
There we go. Oh yeah, we're ready. We are ready.
There's that beautiful caramelization, that color you're talking
You
about.
can see the white chocolate chunks here and
The
here,
white
and
chocolate.
that's really what we're looking for.
And that's where you added those at the end. Another great secret. That looks absolutely great. I guess we're just missing a plate and a fork, right?
Let's do it.
All right. Handcrafted. Here it is.
Well, let's try it out. Let's see where we look. Cuts in there pretty easy. You want to get a little bit of the edges. Look at that baby.
Beautiful. Look at that. Oh,
Well, let me get some ice cream. We'll plate this up real quick.
perfect.
He tops it with vanilla ice cream, whipped cream, caramel sauce, and nuts.
What we do is spice pecans. Throw a little bit of butter in there, mix it up with some black pepper, a little bit of salt, some cayenne pepper, so you get a little bit of spice in there, but it actually complements really well.
And now I'm going nuts to taste it.
I just can't let it sit here. Oh. Wow.
It's good stuff.
No, that is great stuff. I'll tell you what, Chef. That is killer. You could even share this. I probably wouldn't, but you could.
You could. I don't recommend
I
it.
love that kind of the ice cream that's going in with the bread pudding there, a little crunch, and also that goodness with a little caramel in there. This is just unbelievable. What a great dessert. Sweet ending, if you will. I love white chocolate, and it just balances it nicely. So it's just a perfect combination with the white chocolate added with the bread pudding. Chef Brian Willson, check him out. Bru Burger Bar. I mean, great place, great burgers, and excellent of everything else in between. That'll do it for this edition of Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. I'm Tim Laird, and we'll see you next time.
I'm Chef Brian Willson with Bru Burger Bar. Thanks for watching Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs.